Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man's Court Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'm reacting to Teleanimated's The Evolution of the Flash, animated for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera up here, and let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag, shall we? Okay, here we go.
When forensic scientist Barry Allen is struck by lightning and doused in chemicals, he's granted super speed. And the Flash, or their actors, have been running ever since. But how has the Scarlet Speedster evolved in live action? Let's find out now. In Legends of the Superheroes, Barry wears an unflattering red jumpsuit with yellow-winged boots, a jaggedy belt, matching bracelets, and a dollar store emblem. Plus, his cowl hangs low on his cheeks and has chunky earwings. He can pop into different locations and notably faces the Weather Wizard.
I never seen this show, Legend of the Superheroes, but basically it's got like the 70s versions of these classic characters, but Adam West and Burt Ward came back as Batman and Robin for the show, and still campy superhero era.
The 90s TV Flash dons a padded diving suit with dark boots, a tiny emblem, metallic accents, and a cowl with triangular shapes along his cheeks.
I remember vaguely going to a movie store in our town, and they had this show on DVD. I should have grabbed it, and I think I remember they had the cardboard cutout of it. I wished I watched it, because I kind of like how his suit was designed. But it was also exciting to see this Flash returning on the new Flash TV show for CW for like their crossover event. But the actor that plays this Flash also played that Barry Allen's dad. And a version of Jay Garrick, the first Flash. I was like, that's pretty cool.
On top of his super speed, which makes him super hungry, this Flash can also phase through objects, and with assistance from explosions, he can travel through time. A blue outfitted clone of Barry named Pollux also appears, but quickly sacrifices himself to save the OG Flash.
I saw a clip of this version of the Flash. I said, I never even heard of that character, Pollux. I mean, it's probably created just for the show. But I dig his costume too. And it's actually my favorite shade of blue.
The Justice League of America's unemployed Flash rocks a plain red suit, has gloves adorned with lightning, high rain boots, a crisscrossed belt, and a wide emblem. He also has ridged eye goggles and vertical lightning ears.
Never seen this one either. Oh yeah, we're just entering the 90s here, and they didn't want to spend a lot of money on the costuming. It seems like they just wanted to go a cheaper route on the Flash show in the 90s, and then whatever they did in the 70s. But hey, it's a proven process, I tell you. Costuming designs change over the years.
His speedster assists in taking down the Wicked Weatherman. Smallville's Bart Allen suits up in a striped hoodie, paired with matching shoes, pants, wristbands, and totally 2000 spectacles.
I seen a clip of Clark Kent from the show Speed running against this Flash right here. But yeah, I figured that they would make this character wear a hoodie and glasses and not go the full route with the lightning bolt chest emblem and fancy costume, because Smallville's trying to make it look like a grounded superhero show. All the characters that they introduced, including Superman, was not going to be wearing their flashy colored costumes yet. So this was like pre-superhero era. But it ain't a bad look for the Flash, that's for sure.
Although this speedster's codename is Impulse, the Arrowverse's Flash wears a leotard test suit, then upgrades to a maroon firefighter getup with gold threading, a chin strap, and bolt-shaped Comtech ears. A red base emblem is added to the outfit, along with lightning bolts on his belt. Later, his suit is lightened and his cowl is enlarged. Another iteration of the suit incorporates a white emblem and...
When I saw the trailer for this Flash show, I was shocked. My 8th grade social studies teacher was a huge sci-fi nerd, and he let me and a few other students look at the trailer on his computer. And I said, oh man, I was down for it. I think I seen some episodes of the first season, but the emblem was still red on his chest before he switched over to the classic white look. And I ain't gonna lie, that suit looks bad to the bone until he gets a brighter red suit that looks more slim fitting than this one.
adds cold-resistant threading. This streak is mentored by genius Harrison Wells, secretly embodied by the evil Reverse Flash that killed Barry's mother. But that's a whole can of speed lines, so back to Barry. The Flash's 4th season suit is overhauled, has less maroon coloring, more gold, and a flotation mode, among other tech advances. The 5th season suit is less leathery and brighter. His cowl lacks the chin strap and has more prominent lines on his forehead, although that's tweaked mid-season. Plus, the
Okay, I never watched the rest of the show, so I'm kind of stunned that they made his suit more sleeker, and it kind of reminds me of the Flash suit in the Flash movie with Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton returning as Batman. And plus, that helmet looks way too weird on this guy's face. I don't know why they could have kept the more rounder style helmet. But of course, they were trying something new. Still looks weird, though.
The suit is stored within his special ring. The 6th season suit is a deeper red, has more gold lines, and a chin-strapped cowl with wing-shaped ears.
Okay, that's a little bit better. I was about to say, if they continued the show with the chinless cowl look, I'll be like, nah. But at least in this one, they upgraded the suit again with a new cowl.
Season 7 upgrades the cowl to nanotech, and Season 8 finally gives him his golden boots. This Flash gets his powers from the Speed Force, dark matter that can take human form, including the image of Barry's mother, granting him abilities like shooting lightning, creating lightsabers, making mirrored mirages, forming vortexes, going atomic, and interdimensional travel.
That's pretty cool that the Speed Force can literally make him shoot lightning out of his hands and arms, make duplicates of himself, create a spinning vortex, and create an interdimensional travel. I said, man, Barry on the show is starting to learn how to use his Speed Force skills, and he could do much more than what he did in the first few seasons.
The Arrowverse also features other Flashes, including Hunter Zolomon wearing Golden Age Jay Garrick attire, but this Crimson Comet is actually the villainous Zoom that
I heard of this guy. He stole Jake Garrett's identity.
later becomes the Black Flash. The real Jay Garrick appears and for some reason looks like Barry's father and the 90s TV Flash. Jesse Quick fills in for Jay Garrick on Earth 3. Savitar, an evil Barry who wears an armored mech suit. The pilot-attired Accelerated Man briefly appears. Wally West dons a yellow Flash suit in Flashpoint. Iris West briefly fills in for Barry. An Elseworld Arrow and Flash switch roles. Both Barry and Wally become possessed Dark Flashes. An older 90s Flash appears but quickly sacrifices himself. Barry and Reverse Flash swap places thanks to time travel shenanigans. And Barry's future kids also inherit his speediness. The DCEU's Flash wears plated armor with bolted wiring, fingerless gloves, and flat earwings, together with the Justice League.
Okay, this is the Flash I was talking about right here, Ezra Miller. I think the costume he wore in his Flash solo movie looked way better than this one, but this is like his Flash V1 suit because in his movie they show him wearing like a helmet with a ski mask and a few elbow and knee pads, so that was like his prototype suit. But then the one that Batman makes for him is like his V2, but this was still a cool version of him as well. And I still like this team, even though a lot of people think the DCEU should just disappear and let James Gunn's universe take over. I just hope one day they get to come back, even if it's like an Elseworlds type storyline.
Barry helps stand up to Steppenwolf. Future segments show the Flash wearing scuffed, scavenged armor with a flip-down visor. In the Flash solo film, the suit is streamlined, brighter, has molded muscles, golden boots, and longer ears. When being active, the piping lights up and golden lenses appear.
Which that is a cool feature for this Barry's costume. And plus, he could probably move a lot better in this suit, better than the other one he was wearing in Justice League.
Appear. In flashbacks, Barry is seen in a skater-like prototype suit.
That's what I was talking about right here. This suit was his prototype. I ain't gonna lie, it's not a bad looking look for Flash, even though it's just something he just put together last minute before he upgraded to the one he wore in Justice League.
A new timeline younger Barry sports a roughly painted bat suit with added safety tape, padding, and trimmed bat ears.
I thought that was funny, seeing the other Barry take Michael Keaton's Batman Returns bat suit that was worn out and spray paint it red and put some caution tape on it and spray paint a yellow lightning bolt emblem over the bat symbol and then cut the ears off and put these metallic things over the ears. I'll be like, nah, that ain't bad either, taking one superhero's costume and modifying it for another one. But it still looks bulky on this Flash.
Save their mother, the OG Barry runs to the past, altering the timeline, but soon realizes this meddling has doomed the planet. Although the second Barry recklessly keeps messing with time travel, eventually becoming the craggy Dark Flash. But they accidentally mortally injure their younger self and vanish, so the original Barry sets things back to normal. Well, mostly normal.
Well, I tell you what, the Flash really had some cool wardrobe choices in both TV and movies. But I know if James Gunn adds the Flash to his DCU lineup later on down the line, Aaron's going to have to make an update for sure. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications for more talent animated reactions like this. This has been another successful installment of Tin Man's Core channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and I said that's a wrap, and that's the day, y'all.